So you hear how these mustard seeds are popping. When you cut mustard seeds, you heat up your oil and you get the mustard seeds to actually pop. Then you know they're ready. That's when the flavor is going to be actually released. Now when I'm making these patties, I tend to flavor them with lots of different interesting flavors, like leek, which is going in the pan, and ginger, which are really good flavors. And we're going to build up a very nice layers of flavor to this dish. I'm going to add some fennel seeds, one of my favorites, and I'm going to add coriander seeds. And an excellent flavor to improve any kind of burger or patty is nuts. Today I'm going to use walnuts, and they always are improved by the addition of nuts. And you want to chop the nuts. You don't have to grind them, but you want to chop them a little bit finely. So you can just do that with a knife, like this. Chop your nuts so they're not too large, and then get them in the frying pan with the other ingredients that you've got, and those will be delicious. So pop those in the pan. So it's starting to look good. Now if it seems a little dry, don't worry, you can add a little bit more oil. Now nuts you only want to fry for 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. We're on a medium heat, and that will be enough to bring out the flavor of the nuts. 3 or 4 minutes of frying, and then we can add some other delicious flavors before this goes into the paneer cheese. I'm actually going to use some zucchini in this particular mix, but those can go in a bit later. But because before I add those things, I want to add our kind of special condiments. And one condiment I'm using recently, which is a delicious flavor, is coconut amino acids, which is a new flavor we're trying out. And just add those to your nuts. Just a sprinkle is fine. It's a bit like Cheerios or Bragg, but it's different. Yeah, very healthy. And you definitely want to add some tomato paste. This is one of my favorite additions. Tomato paste. Because you've got to remember that paneer is actually quite bland. It's not a strong cheese like cheddar cheese, which is being aged. It's a bland flavor. And also I like to add some mustard. We already have mustard seeds, but a little bit of mustard there will be delicious. To add some turmeric in as well. And I'm also going to add a little bit of this coconut manna, which is basically the whole coconut mashed up. Beautiful flavor, and it helps to coagulate everything because it's quite unctuous. So you see already how beautiful that looks, and there's a beautiful smell. You can't smell it from there, but absolutely beautiful, these aromas. And then I'm going to add our favorite Vata seasoning, which is of course very balancing to Vata and contains about 7 different spices, including asafoetida. So that's going to give us amazing flavor. Then I'm going to use some dried basil, and some lime. I love lime juice, and lime will give us that sour taste. So we're getting gradually all of the 6 tastes of food into this one dish. And when we make our chutney, we're going to see quite a bit of sweet taste going in, but not too much. And then give that a stir, and then really the only other thing we want to add is the zucchini. So I've grated some zucchini, some fresh zucchini, and that will give some colour but also help to bring the patty together. and give you some interesting texture. And then we're going to add fresh ground black pepper, which you could have pre-ground. Got a little grinder here. And we've got some herb salt. Plenty of pepper, you need a good amount of pepper. Some nice herb salt. We use Himalayan salt because we know that sea salt unfortunately has a lot of bits of plastic in. This is a herb salt. And once that looks like that, that texture, that's perfect, we can actually add it straight to the paneer. So look at this paneer now. The paneer is this kind of texture. It doesn't really have any juice coming out of it, but it's still a little juicy. And it's like almost like a springy texture. So add your flavorings and your spices. And this is like a masala that you're adding actually to this patty. And that's going to bring it to a whole different level of deliciousness. We've got a few little extra that we cooked earlier. And then you can simply add your fresh herbs to that. We've got some parsley, and you could use cilantro as well. And sometimes I add a bit of uncooked leek as well for extra crunchiness. Now once you've shaped this burger, it'll be ready to fry. So when you're shaping this burger, make sure it's really well mixed. So give it a stir with your spoon. And this burger patty, it doesn't particularly need any kind of coating, but one of my favorite coatings is fennel seeds. So try this. Sprinkle your board with lots of fennel seeds that are kind of semi-ground, and then take enough out of the mixture for a small burger like this, and just gently squeeze into a patty shape like this, and turn it over. Now I find the best instrument to use for this is a spatula, which I'll just get. See? Great thing, this is a fish spatula, and this will do several things. It'll give you a nice edge. If you turn it like that, it will compress it without destroying it, and it will also press the fennel seeds into it. And once you've got that kind of thickness, about nearly an inch, maybe 3/4 or less, a reasonable size, then you know you're ready to fry. So you pick it up with a slice and you put it into the preheated oil and start frying it. And basically you want to cook this on both sides for a few minutes until both sides have gone a little brown, nice and golden brown, a little crunchy, a little crusty. So while you're frying the first side, you can make another burger. See? It's like a little production line you've got going here. And you know, paneer is a little crumbly, but don't worry, because it will all come together with the masala flavorings that you added, that beautiful paste. Remember the leeks and the coconuts. That will help, and then also by swiveling it like this round and round, pressing it, you'll bring it together. So there's another one ready, so you can pop that in. So we'll just do 2 burgers at a time, and let it fry like that until you're ready to turn it, about 3 or 4 minutes. One, two. So the burgers are being turned over and we are almost ready to serve. So take your burger out with your slice like this and place it. I've got a bit of beautiful watercress there, and we're going to make a complimentary fig chutney out of fresh figs. We've got these beautiful figs from California here, and this will be an amazing complement to the flavors of this patty. Just look at this patty here, how delicious it looks, and the next thing you're going to see is this burger with the chutney. Now to finish this dish, we're going to add some of our beautiful fig chutney, which we have actually steamed these figs previously, because it's better to cook fruit when you're making a chutney. Now we're going to add some cardamom, fresh ground cardamom, and cinnamon, and some ginger. Now we already added a little bit of the coconut manna. I'm going to add some lime. So you're going to get this spicy and slightly sweet and sour combination, and then I like to blend it in a blender. So just pop the whole mixture there, figs and spices, coconut and lemon, into your blender. Give it a quick whirl in the blender. This is actually a NutriBullet. I use this all the time. And that should be enough to give you a delicious sauce. And just add some of that to your plate. And there you have it, you've got a delicious dish. This is a fresh paneer or Indian cheese patty with fig chutney. And I guarantee you this is absolutely delicious. Thanks for watching. I'm the Vedic Chef. Namaste.